We've entered a new chapter in the story of technology. This is no longer about which company builds the fastest phone or which AI assistant answers your questions slightly quicker. No, the stakes are now much, much higher. What we're witnessing is nothing short of a modern tech war, a race between the most powerful companies on Earth to shape the future of intelligence itself. Google's icon emerges last, completing the trio of digital titans ready to clash. OpenAI, Apple, and Google aren't just building apps, gadgets, or even software anymore. They're building the minds of tomorrow artificial intelligences that could one day think, learn, and even feel like us. And here's the part that really matters. Whoever wins this race may have the power to reshape how humanity thinks, how we work, how we connect, and maybe even how we feel. This is not just a battle of brands. This is a race toward artificial general intelligence AGI and the power to shape global consciousness as we know it. The planet pulses with newfound energy as cities ignite with the flow of data, painting a portrait of interconnectedness. Humanity's creations now dominate the skyline as AI's influence weaves into the very fabric of civilization. The Earth glows, a testament to humanity's ingenuity, and a silent question mark hanging in the vast expanse of space. Let's start with a simple but powerful question. What exactly is AGI? AGI stands for Artificial General Intelligence, and it's very different from the AI we use today. Unlike narrow AI, which excels only in specific tasks, AGI possesses generalized cognitive abilities. The AI you use right now, whether it's a chatbot, a photo filter, or a voice assistant, is known as narrow AI. It's great at specific tasks, but it doesn't understand the world the way you or I do. Major tech companies such as OpenAI, Apple, and Google are intensely competing to achieve artificial general intelligence, AGI. AGI, on the other hand, is the dream of building a machine that can think across domains, a system that can reason, learn, adapt, and evolve across any challenge. Imagine an intelligence that can write a poem, discover a new medicine, run a business, and have a meaningful conversation all in the same hour. That's AGI. Now, here's why that matters. Whoever gets to AGI first isn't just creating a smarter machine. They're creating a tool that could transform global infrastructure, from finance and healthcare to military defense, scientific research, and even politics. And that's why companies like OpenAI, Apple, and Google are pouring billions of dollars into this race. Because this isn't just a battle for market share, it's a battle for influence, for cultural dominance, and for the right to shape what intelligence looks like in the 21st century. Let's talk about the first major player in this race, OpenAI. OpenAI began with a mission to ensure that artificial intelligence benefits all of humanity. It started as a nonprofit, guided by a bold and ethical vision. But as the tech race accelerated, OpenAI adapted. Today, it operates under a capped profit model, something between a nonprofit and a startup, and it's backed by none other than Microsoft. With a massive $13 billion investment, OpenAI has already released ChatGPT, which millions of people use daily. Its models like GPT-3, GPT-4, and soon GPT-5 are some of the most advanced language systems ever built. But that's just the beginning. OpenAI is working on autonomous AI agents, digital assistants that can browse the internet, write code, plan your schedule, and maybe one day run companies or manage entire cities. CEO Sam Altman has made it clear. OpenAI is not just chasing profits, it's chasing AGI. He believes AGI could elevate humanity to new heights. But he also warns it could pose catastrophic risks if misused. That's the paradox at the heart of OpenAI. It wants to make AGI safe and accessible, but it's also in a race to be the first to create it. If OpenAI is the outspoken rebel, Apple is the quiet strategist. Apple has never been known for making the loudest moves in AI, but don't mistake its silence for inactivity. With the recent introduction of Apple Intelligence, Apple is taking a radically different approach to AGI. Instead of building a superintelligence in the cloud, Apple is integrating AI directly into your life. From iPhones to iPads to Macs, Apple is building a personal intelligence assistant, one that's subtle, always available, and deeply embedded in your daily experience. Rather than shouting about power, Apple whispers about trust. Its focus is privacy, security, simplicity. Apple wants its AGI to be invisible, intuitive, and above all, safe. Siri is getting smarter. Photos are being edited automatically. Messages are being rewritten with AI tone control. And it's all happening on your device, not in a distant data center. Siri's capabilities include editing messages, organizing calendars, and summarizing articles. Apple's edge isn't raw computing, it's trust. And that might be the most important factor of all. Now let's turn to a giant in the AI space, Google. For years, Google's DeepMind team has quietly achieved some of the most incredible breakthroughs in artificial intelligence. AlphaGo beat the world's best Go player. AlphaFold solved the structure of proteins. And behind the scenes, DeepMind has been exploring the deep foundations of AGI. But Google hasn't always been quick to bring these breakthroughs to the public. That's starting to change. With the Gemini chatbot, the Bard interface, and tight integration across Search, YouTube, and Android, Google is finally commercializing its deep research. And make no mistake, Google's greatest weapon is its scale. Every day, billions of people use Google's platforms. Every search query, every YouTube video watched, every map opened, it's all data that feeds Google's AI. That gives Google an unmatched advantage in training intelligence systems at scale. But some critics say Google moves too cautiously, that it's letting OpenAI and others steal the spotlight. Still, with DeepMind's track record, Google's infrastructure, and the planet's biggest dataset, don't count them out. The company that pioneered this field might just be the one to finish the race. Let's be clear, this isn't just a war between three tech brands. It's a battle of philosophies. A voice echoes from the heavens. The game has changed. The stakes are higher than ever. OpenAI talks about openness and safety, but partners with corporate giants. Apple promises privacy and simplicity, but operates in a tightly controlled ecosystem. Google advocates for research transparency, but collects more user data than anyone else on Earth. Google advocates for research transparency, but collects more user data than anyone else on Earth. This is no longer about features or product updates. It's about values, about ethics, about the kind of world we want to live in. In the end, the company that wins may not just control machines. So the real question becomes, who do we trust to shape our future? Each company offers a different vision of what AGI should be and who it should serve. So, is this a tech war? Or is it an ideologue? We are standing on the edge of a technological revolution. A moment in history where minds, not just machines, are being engineered. The interconnectedness of the world is visualized in a stunning display of cosmic artistry. OpenAI, Apple, and Google each hold a piece of that future. Their products are already in your phone, your home, and maybe even your thoughts. But the real question isn't who builds the best AI. It's who gets to define intelligence. As AGI gets closer, the line between human and machine becomes blurrier. And with it, the risk that control could slip away. This is no longer science fiction. It's the biggest story of our time. And it's unfolding right now in boardrooms, research labs, and inside the devices we carry every day. So ask yourself, which side are you on? Stay informed, stay curious, and most importantly, stay human. Hit that subscribe button. The race is on, and the future isn't waiting.